welcome to the Open Discussion Forum. We are here today to talk about, does my man come before my friend? Let's talk about it. Okay, so for those of you who would like to share your story, elaborate, discuss, or just would generally just like to give any kind of input on this topic, feel free to comment down below. I will be looking at the comments. I do want this to be an engaging community. Please refrain from being negative, bullying, spiteful, harassing, anything like that. Anything that's just downright disrespectful will be not tolerated. You will be deleted and blocked. So just keep that in mind. But please feel free. We all, of course, will not share the same opinion. We all have different views on different things, which is what makes us all so beautiful. So let's talk about it. Does my man come before my friend? Okay. So you may ask, okay, so why are we talking about this? Well, because a lot of people can relate, whether you're that friend that feels like your man does come before your friend, or whether you're that friend who has had another friend put her man before her. So you're probably thinking, well, my man does come before my friend. Okay, sis. We're going to stick a pin in that and come back to it. All right. So I know many of us have been in a situation, especially if you're one like me, a person who really adores their friends. Now, I am not the type of friend that's going to be clingy. I just want to let you know that right now. I am not the type of friend that is going to be all up in your business, trying to figure out what's going on, any of that. But nonetheless, I am one of those friends that take my friendships very seriously. And over the years, I've had different friends and different experiences. So I feel that I am able to elaborate and comment on different things and, just kind of hope that I can give, some helpful advice or whatever to someone out there who may be experiencing this type of situation. Okay. So the first thing I want to understand, if you're the type of friend that feels that your man comes before your friend, I would really like to understand why. Why do you feel like that? Feel free to let me know in the comments, why do you feel like that? Because the reason why I find this kind of interesting is because I can't seem to understand why would you put a man before your friends, your real friends. Let's just get that out there. Real friends. I'm not speaking on associates. I'm not speaking on somebody you just don't do drugs with or party with or things like that. I'm talking about real friends who are there for you 24/7, who you have shared many of fun times together, and who genuinely loves you and cares about you and wants nothing for the best for you. Why would you put a man that you're not with? And we're not speaking on husbands today, so I want to make sure that we clarify that. I'm not speaking on husbands. We're speaking on somebody that you're casually dating, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. We're not speaking on husband or wives, because of course we know that once two becomes one, they become a union. So of course that spouse comes before anybody. That's understood. So today we're talking about, does my man come before my friend? Because there are, and this is not to bash anyone. This is not to make any particular gender or any type of group of people feel any kind of way. That's not what this is. I'm just here to discuss real life things that goes on between friendships, relationships, and families. And we want to do our best, and I want to do my best with speaking on things and having a community that can speak and elaborate on these topics to help push you in a better direction for yourself and for those around you. Okay. So, like I said, let me adjust my crown. Does my man come before my friend? Do I put my man before my friends? No, never have. Okay. And why? Because I believe in balance. Okay? Has to be some kind of balance. Now, I have had friends put their man before me. I'm talking about, and it's always like seriously, and I'm just speaking on experience. Like, I just want to let y'all know now, I speak on things that I have been a witness to, or, you know, it has hit close to home. I am speaking on things that really, like, I know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen this before. And of course, everybody's situation is different, but there are some I know that can relate to this. Okay. So, these same friends that have put men before me, I have always been, and I've actually like learned to be better, because I have to be a better friend to myself. Let's just say this before we go deep into it. You have to be friends with yourself too. You're friends with yourself, and you have your friends. You know what I'm saying? So people out there, you have to love yourself, and that's just from all aspects of it. Love yourself. You can be, it's great to be a friend to other people, but you also have to be a friend to yourself, which also means know when you are overextending yourself. Know and recognize when somebody is hurting you, and learn to recognize when to deal with that hurt and how to deal with that hurt to where it does not continue to hurt you or the people that surround you. Okay, so back to it. Does my man come before my friend? Okay, so I done had some friends, right, that there has been some situations that have played out where literally they would think that it's okay to dog me out, push me to the side, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight up just really act like I'm not anything, you know, after everything that I've done to be, a good friend that I can be. They literally push me to the side just to, you know what I'm saying, direct all their attention to this man who doesn't even mean them any kind of good. And the crazy thing about it is I've also seen other people be in these same situations with their friends. And we're speaking on friends that, like I said, that you're close to, that you always had some type of bond with. Now, for example, okay, because this is not the same thing as having those clingy friends that don't understand that you will be around other people. We totally get that, because it's the thing with balance and boundaries, and I cannot stress that enough. So even with this topic, you have to learn how to have healthy boundaries between your relationships, your friendships, and your family. But you do have some of those people out there, they will get into a relationship and they will completely cut themselves off from their families and their friends. And if you are the type of person that feels like your relationship comes before your friend, I want you to stop and think about a few things. Okay? How do you think that makes the other people feel when you blatantly just ignore them and cut them off for the person that you're involved with? How do you think that makes your friends feel or your family feel? And you may think, well, I mean, that's my man and he loves me and we do this together and we do that together. Okay. So you're gonna put the same man. Generally, a lot of times it's a man that you just met. Just met him. Y'all haven't been dating that long. You're just dating. Keep in mind, I use the word dating. So you're just dating, and you decide that you're gonna devote your life to this man, and you're just gonna do everything you can in your power to show this man how much you love him. And you're going to ignore your friends' birthdays. You're not going to come to any type of special occasions, special events. You're going to just stop answering the phone for your people that love you, such as your friends and your family. And when they need you, you're not going to come through for them, but instead, every time when you need a shoulder to cry on or something is going wrong in your relationship, them same friends and that same family that you're constantly ignoring and running off from, you run right back to them because now all of a sudden you need them. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all a story, right? This was somebody I knew. This is like real tea. So I knew this girl and she was dating this guy, right? And I'm talking about she put her man before anybody, right? Make you really want to, ooh. So she got two I don't know how many kids she got now, but I know at the time she had 2 kids, right? So she had both her kids about 2 different guys. So the first one, he, well, she, okay. So the first one, she had the baby daddy, right? They weren't together, but he was a good father to the child, right? So to make a long story short, the second child she ended up getting with the baby daddy of the second child, right? Who y'all check this tea out? Okay, so he was very controlling. So okay, know the signs. Know the signs of someone. First, okay, let me know what. Let me just finish telling you the story. Then we're gonna go into the signs. My bad. So she had got with this guy, whatever, and when she got with him, like the first baby daddy was still around. They hadn't even had their child yet. So let me say that first. They hadn't even had their child yet. She was just with this new guy. But come to find out later on, he was gonna be her second baby daddy. So she so need I mind y'all, the first baby daddy, even though they weren't together, he was a very good father. Very good. Right? She said this out of her own mouth, right? Very good father. So she got with this guy, and she was just like head over heels for him. Loved him so much. And for what reason, y'all, I don't know why, but but these type of situations, because it can definitely be a man or a woman that does this. But as a woman, I'm just speaking on this particular topic because I have seen so many women do this, and y'all have to stop. Okay. So she loved this man so much. I mean, she literally just would do anything that he asked her to do. Now, these type of men prey on these kind of women, right? These kind of women that do these kind of things, they have low self-esteem. Just period. Low self-esteem. And sometimes you can have low self-esteem without even realizing it. Now, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if she realized it or not, but she definitely had low self-esteem. So, guys, ladies, listen to me. Guys know when you have low self-esteem. They know. Even if they don't speak on it, men read you. Men are very smart. I don't know why a lot of y'all feel like men are not, because they really are. They pay attention. So men think with their mind. They don't think with their hearts. They think with their mind. A lot of times, a lot of us women, we think with our hearts instead of our mind. Men do the exact opposite. So men know when they're dealing with an insecure woman, and they know when they're dealing with an insecure woman, all they have to do is make them feel like they love them, and she gonna do whatever for me. That's how they feel. So this girl, right? So she started dating this guy, whatever. So he told her that if she really loves him, that he would stop the baby daddy. Didn't want the baby daddy around at all. Now, need I mind y'all, the baby daddy was just around for the baby. Like, the family would be involved. She loved him, so she did it. She cut him off. She moved. She changed her phone number, blocked him on social media, like completely blocked this man from being able to see his child, deal with his child, speak with his child, any of that. At that time, that baby did not know, because she was just a little baby. I think when she cut the dude off, I think the baby was still like either 1 or 2. So she doesn't remember him. So she even told me that the baby girl does not know that the current boyfriend is not her biological father. Like, she thinks that that man that was currently with her mom is her father, but that's really not. And she was like, and I cut him off just to please him, just to make her happy. I mean, make him happy. Do y'all know how upsetting that was to hear? That really pissed me off. It pissed me off so bad, because there's so many women that do this. Y'all, it's, first of all, we already know statistically a lot of men do not be there for their kids. I mean, it's just real talk. Now, we do have some that do, but it's too many. It's too many men that will get you pregnant and will straight up walk out on you. Okay, so when you have a baby daddy that wants to be involved in his child's life, and he's actually helping the situation instead of making it worse for you, Why would you not allow him to be there? And why would you deal with a man who will tell you, I don't want this baby daddy in the child life? Your new man don't have anything to do with your baby daddy being a good father, because if in all honesty, the baby daddy is just there for the child, and a real man will respect it. I mean, that's just period. Okay, so back to the story. So I witnessed this girl doing so many things that just really pissed me off. So that was the first thing, right? So like I said, she's definitely one of these females that feel like her man comes before everybody. I mean, it was everybody, her family, her kids, everybody. So I will see her cooking this man extravagant dinners. Now she getting food stamps, y'all. So that's what really be pissing me off. Like, y'all be out here getting food stamps, all these food stamps for these kids, making good money or whatever. And y'all feeding these men steak dinners and pork chop dinners and lamb chops and oxtails and whatever. I know pork chops ain't expensive, but y'all be going all out cooking the nigga meats and 2-3 sides and bread and feeding him liquor and drugs and shit. But when it come down to these kids, they eating Vienna sausages and ramen noodles. I need y'all to make it make sense. First of all, stop putting that bad stuff in y'all body. Side note, stop putting it in y'all body. Second of all, if you can sit up here and cook these men these extravagant dinners, why do y'all feel like y'all can only feed y'all kids ramen noodles and Vienna sausages? Even though that ain't even got nothing to do with the topic, we're gonna talk about that in another video. So that's the thing with it, right? So the man was cheating on her several times, right? This is the same man. It come before everybody, right? So one day it was snowing, right? It was like a bad like snow blizzard storm, right? Her family had lost power, right? They were cold, freezing in the house, and they needed somewhere to stay. And when I say family, I mean her mom, her sisters, her brother. She had a big family. And so her mom and her sisters and her brother, and her mom was real sweet. Before anybody bashed her family, I knew her entire family, right? So her mama was like one of the sweetest ladies you'll ever meet. And honestly, she shouldn't have been left alone. Like, she was one of those parents that you gotta kind of like, yeah, even though you might not want her to like want your parents to live with you, but you want to check after them. You know what I'm saying? But he would literally keep her from speaking to her mama, speaking to her sisters, speaking to her friends. Like, she couldn't be around nobody but him. So one night during this ice storm, they had come to her house. They had been trying to call her, but of course she would not answer the phone for her family. Like, she just, her world just revolved around this man. So they came over there knocking on the door because they needed shelter. Like, seriously, they needed shelter because they didn't have any power. It was like freezing. It was freezing outside. Snow on the ground, ice on the ground. And at the time, her mom had little kids. So, it was like 3 of her siblings and her mom had came. So she said, well, hold on. She came to the door and she was like, hold on, let me check with, dude or whatever and make sure it's okay. But this is her house, right? Oh, and I forgot to mention, y'all, he wasn't paying no bills. Wasn't paying no bills. He didn't have a car. He did have a job, but he wasn't paying any bills, right? So she said she got to check with the dude. He tells her, hell no, they can't come up in here. So she comes back and tell them, I'm sorry, y'all, but he said y'all can't come in. And wouldn't open the door, closed the door, left him outside in the cold, like literally. Fast forward to the story, y'all. He was beating on her. He was abusing her. He was beating on her. He was cheating on her. I mean, she just went through so much with this guy, and she had been dealing with this for years. I mean, this went on for years, y'all. Like, it was crazy. I even had a situation with her. We had ended up getting into it because we actually were roommates, right? So it ended terribly. Like, never again would I ever do that. But so he had cheated on her. He had left, right, and she needed somebody to help her. Now I was young, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we all make mistakes and we learn and we grow from it. So, oh yeah, okay. So he had left whatever. He had left her for somebody else. So she she make a long story short, everything was cool, but then all of a sudden she let him come back. Okay, I knew this wasn't gonna last. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to stay in this house long once she let him come back, right? So he had a good job. But this was crazy part. He was making more money than me and her. Now she didn't really make good money. I made minimum wage at the time. She made like $1 or so more than I did. And he made, I can't remember, but I seen his check stub. So I know he made good money. And he didn't have a car. Still didn't understand that. Ladies, stop messing with folks who I can't meet y'all the same, and not even halfway. They need to meet y'all where y'all at. If you got a car and a job in your own place, you need to be dealing with somebody who has a car and a job in their own place. But anyway, we're gonna talk about this too on another video. So she had let him come back, right? So one day I was at work and she texted me and she asked me, I need you to give me some more money on the bills because you know, dude, I don't want to say his name, so we're just gonna call him dude. So she was like, dude, he came back to stay, and since he wasn't here last month, I don't think it's fair to make him pay and put in on the bill since he wasn't here. I said, first of all, I don't have any extra money to give you. Like I said, y'all was making minimum wage. So when you're making minimum wage and you living on your own as an adult, you can barely take care of yourself. Okay. So I said, I don't have any extra money to give you outside of what we originally agreed on. So I'm sorry, but I really can't help you. I said, but honestly, you know, as your friend, I have to say that I feel like if he gonna come back, he needs to be helping. Like, he needs to be helping you. And I said, I understand he wasn't there last month, but this is the same man that left you and walked out on you and left you with these bills. And if you're gonna let him come back, honestly, he should be paying his way. You know, it's not fair to me that I have to come out my pocket even more when, you know what I'm saying, he the one that left you messed up to begin with. And it's really not cool. Y'all, she got mad at me. Oh, y'all, she got so mad at me, went off on me, told me if I did not give her any money, that she was gonna change the locks on me and I could not come back to the house. So to make a long story short, y'all, I did not give her any money, and I lost everything because, and like I said, I was young at the time, so I should have thought smarter about this, but my name was not on the lease where we were staying at. So I called police. The police couldn't do anything because my name was not on the lease. So, of course, when I was staying there, when you live with somebody and your name is not on the lease, what belongs in the property, inside the property, is their property. So I lost everything. And I never saw her after that. She would not come outside. I banged on that door, tried to get her to come outside. She would not come outside. She changed the locks. But you know, karma is a bitch. It is. Karma is a bitch. So I moved on from that. But I have, like I said, she crossed me, she crossed her family, crossed her friends. And I have actually had more than one situation. I never had another situation that popped off serious to that level after the fact. But I have had friends that will literally, I watched them put men, these, and I can't even call them men, these boys, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I couldn't understand, how do you think it's okay? This is the same man who don't care nothing about you, talk so bad to you, disrespected you, won't pay anything on the bills, and then you sit up here thinking it's cute to let this man live in your house. He running you. You're letting him affect relationships with your kids, your other family members, and your close friends. And then the moment when you realize this is not a good situation and you decide to move on from the relationship, the same people that you cross, those are the ones that you're reaching back on for a shoulder to cry on. And I'm gonna just let you know, I'm not that kind of friend. I'm not. Once you done cross me, girl, bye. We cool. We good. Like, If you the type of friend that's gonna put a man before me, baby, y'all, you can have him, sis. I'm not even finna be in that kind of situation, because y'all have to watch these friends that will really put a man before you, baby. They will cross you out real quick, not even think twice about it. And like I said, these are the same people, because it's not just women, guys do this too, but I do see this more often in women than I do guys. These particular people have low self-esteem issues, and they feel like in order for me to be loved correctly, I must show this person how much I'm devoted to loving them. So they'll do anything. They will cross you out real quick, and you have to see that. You have to take heed to that and move accordingly. Um, if you're the type of friend that strongly believes, even after watching this, that, well, my man comes before everybody, keep in mind, sis, this man ain't put a ring on your finger. And even if he did, sometimes those are not always good situations as well. You have to learn how to create a healthy balance. If you're with a person, if you're dating someone, and they literally restrict you from being around your family or your friends, these are signs of a toxic relationship. These are signs of an unhealthy relationships. And Stockholm syndrome is real. Do not, it's not a good thing to just center your entire life around somebody. It's not a good thing for you to not be able to make any type of decision for yourself without consulting somebody else. Be an adult. Think for yourself. No one will love you like you. I mean, honestly. And then if you're the type of friend that has been affected by this, like if somebody has put their man before you, I would definitely say it's okay. It definitely is. It's okay. Just make sure you take heed to the situation. If you feel that